Welcome back to Next Bike World, your ultimate source for two-wheeled thrills, in-depth reviews, and everything motorcycle. Today, we're diving into a true cruiser classic that continues to charm riders year after year. We're talking about the 2025 Honda Shadow 750A, a bike that blends retro style, modern reliability, and beginner-friendly confidence like almost nothing else on the market. So, is the 2025 Shadow still a worthy option in today's evolving motorcycle landscape? Let's find out. Now, for those who are new to the cruiser scene or just getting started in the world of motorcycles, the Honda Shadow has been a staple in Honda's lineup for decades. Known for its bulletproof reliability and classic cruiser design, it's a motorcycle that has earned the respect of riders everywhere. And in 2025, Honda has decided to stay true to the roots of the Shadow while refreshing just enough to keep it relevant. Let's start by talking about the engine. The 2025 Shadow 750 retains the tried and true 745cc liquid-cooled V-twin engine that's been the heart of this bike for years. It's smooth, it's torquey, and it sounds just right and not too loud, not too soft, but with enough of that low-end rumble to remind you you're on a cruiser. This engine isn't going to blow you away with high-end performance numbers, but that's not the point here. What it will do is deliver consistent, usable torque throughout the rev range, making it ideal for city cruising, highway riding, and everything in between. In terms of power output, you're looking at around 44 horsepower and 47 pounds-to-feet of torque, delivered in a very linear and approachable fashion. That means it's perfect for new riders who are looking to build confidence, but there's still enough grunt to make more experienced riders smiley, especially when you twist the throttle out of a corner or power down a scenic highway. Honda has paired this V-twin with a 5-speed transmission, and while some may argue that a 6th gear would be nice, the gearing is well matched to the engine's characteristics. The gear shifts are smooth, clutch engagement is predictable, and neutral is easy to find, which is always appreciated, especially for those just learning the ropes. One of the standout features of the Shadow 750 continues to be its shaft drive. This is something you usually don't find in bikes at this price point. Unlike a chain or belt drive, the shaft drive is nearly maintenance-free and incredibly durable. It also contributes to the bike's clean, uncluttered rear end. Less maintenance, more riding, that's a win in our book. Moving on to the chassis and suspension. The 2025 Shadow is built on a steel double cradle frame that delivers a stable, planted ride. The suspension is basic but comfortable, with the 41mm front fork offering 4.6 inches of travel and dual rear shocks with 3.5 inches of travel and 5-position spring preload adjustability. While it's not the most advanced suspension setup out there, it does a great job of soaking up bumps and keeping the ride smooth over uneven pavement. Braking comes courtesy of a single 296mm disc up front with a 2-piston caliper, and a drum brake at the rear. This setup might seem a bit old school in today's ABS-dominated world, but the stopping power is adequate for the bike's performance level. That said, we would have loved to see optional ABS at least, especially since safety tech is becoming more common across all segments. If you're a newer rider, just keep that in mind when considering your riding conditions. Now, let's talk about styling, because this is where the Shadow really shines. The 2025 model stays true to its roots with a timeless design that harks back to classic American cruisers, while incorporating just enough subtle modern touches. You've got the teardrop-style fuel tank, deeply balanced fenders, spoked wheels, and a low-slung stance that gives it a muscular yet elegant profile. New for 2025, Honda has added some fresh color options and finish upgrades. There's a striking pearl nightshade blue, a bold matte steel black, and even a classic candy red option that adds retro flair. Chrome accents continue to adorn the engine, exhaust, and handlebar areas, giving the bike that shiny, head-turning appeal. The seat height remains a low 25.8 inches, which is a big reason why so many beginner and shorter riders love the Shadow. You can flat-foot it easily at stops, making the bike feel manageable and confidence-inspiring. The seat itself is nicely padded for solo rides, though two-up riding will be a bit tight unless you add the optional passenger backrest or upgrade the seat. Instrumentation is simple and classic: a single tank-mounted analog speedometer with an inset digital odometer and trip meter. No flashy TFT screens or smartphone connectivity here, but honestly, for this style of bike, it works. It keeps your focus on the road and complements the overall minimalist vibe. Fuel capacity comes in at 3.7 gallons, and with fuel economy estimates in the 50 to 55 miles per gallon range, you can expect to get over 180 miles per tank, depending on how aggressively you ride. That makes it a great choice for both commuting and weekend cruising without frequent stops at the pump. Honda's reputation for reliability needs no introduction, and the Shadow 750 is a shining example of that legacy. Owners regularly report putting tens of thousands of miles on their Shadows with minimal issues. Parts are plentiful, servicing is easy, and Honda's dealer network is expansive, making ownership stress-free. Now, what about price? The 2025 Honda Shadow 750 comes in at a very approachable $8,399. That's a fantastic deal for what you're getting: a classic cruiser styling, a dependable V-twin engine, low-maintenance shaft drive, and Honda reliability. In a world where prices for motorcycles seem to be climbing year after year, the Shadow remains a solid value proposition. But we've got to ask what makes the Shadow 750 stand out in a market that includes bikes like the Yamaha V-Star 950, the Kawasaki Vulcan 900, or even Harley-Davidson's Iron 883. It's not the most powerful or tech-laden option, but that's the point. The Shadow offers simplicity, dependability, and timeless design in a package that's easy to ride and easy to live with. It doesn't demand attention, it turns it over time. One of the Shadow's biggest selling points is its approachability. It's a bike that welcomes new riders with open arms but still satisfies seasoned cruisers who just want a no-nonsense machine for weekend rides or laid-back commuting. It's also highly customizable, with a wide range of aftermarket accessories available from saddlebags and windscreens to exhaust systems and handlebar upgrades. Whether you're looking for your first cruiser or just want something low maintenance and easygoing for relaxed riding, the 2025 Honda Shadow 750 makes a compelling case for itself. It's the kind of bike that doesn't try to be something it's not. It's comfortable in its own skin, a classic, smooth, and unpretentious. To wrap things up, the 2025 Honda Shadow 750 continues to do what it does best: offer riders a reliable, stylish, and easy-to-ride cruiser at a price that won't break the bank. It's not the flashiest bike on the road, but it's got heart, it's got soul, and above all, it's got that Honda DNA that keeps riders coming back year after year. That's it for today's review. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the 2025 Honda Shadow 750, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another ride with Next Bike World. Drop a comment below and let us know, would you ride a Shadow? Or are you looking at another cruiser this year? Thanks for watching, and as always, keep the rubber side down and the throttle twisted. See you in the next one.